New reports have emerged that Jungkook's solo concert at Madison Square Garden on June 14, 2025, nearly faced last-minute cancellation due to a serious security breach that occurred within 48 hours of the show. The incident reportedly triggered emergency-level response procedures and required cooperation between HYB, U.S. federal authorities, and independent private security teams. Multiple insider sources and security staff who worked the event have confirmed that a previously undisclosed breach in the backstage logistics system prompted a crisis-level meeting just one day before showtime. It got dangerously close to being canceled, one internal source told K-pop Global Bulletin, requesting anonymity due to ongoing NDA agreements. Everyone was on edge. Jungkook wasn't even told the full details until after the show. The tension backstage was unlike anything we've seen. According to preliminary leaks, the breach involved unauthorized access to restricted floor plans and digital staff passes, allegedly shared through a compromised internal link. That link was accessed by an account previously flagged in HYB's security logs for suspicious activity related to prior sightseeing behavior. The compromised data included backstage routes, dressing room assignments, and equipment drop-off points. Critical infrastructure that could endanger the safety of the artist and production team. A senior US-based cybersecurity consultant confirmed the threat was serious enough to warrant federal observation. This wasn't a fan hacking a website. This was a targeted intrusion. Whether the goal was physical access or digital surveillance, it was advanced enough to escalate the risk level for the artist. The breach reportedly occurred at approximately 10:47 p.m. on June 12th, triggering a full system lockdown. For 12 hours, venue systems were taken offline and restructured, including badge resets and physical reassignments of entry points. The breach forced HYB and its U.S. partners to hold an emergency overnight meeting. Present in the briefing were senior venue security officers, cyber risk consultants, and a representative from the U.S. Department of Homeland Security, according to sources. One insider close to the negotiations said, canceling the concert was discussed seriously. The safety of the artist came first, but the involvement of an unnamed third party, reportedly connected to BTS's Kim Seokjin, was key to restoring control. The third party in question is widely believed to be Jeon, the eldest member of BTS, who is rumored to have operated quietly behind the scenes to assist in the security response. Though never officially confirmed, multiple reports suggest Jeon acted as a liaison between HYB and private intelligence contacts he established during military service. In a carefully worded press release issued the morning after the concert, HYB stated, "We thank all personnel and agencies involved in ensuring a safe and successful event for our artists and fans. While we do not comment on operational details, we take all matters of safety extremely seriously and continue to upgrade our protective measures." HYB did not address the reported security breach directly, nor did it acknowledge Jin's rumored involvement. News of the breach began spreading among fans after behind-the-scenes crew posted cryptic messages online, hinting at tension during rehearsals and visible anxiety among staff. Hashtags like #ProtectJungkook, #JeonBehindTheScenes, and #AlmostCancelled began trending worldwide within hours of the rumors breaking. "If this is true, we were one step away from disaster," wrote one ex-user with over 100K followers. HYB needs to speak up. Jungkook deserves better. Security experts and fan communities alike are now calling for increased transparency from entertainment companies when credible threats are detected. Many believe that had the breach gone undetected, it could have resulted in an on-site emergency. Industry observers believe the NYC breach may become a benchmark case in how agencies handle high-risk artist events moving forward. The success of the emergency response has been praised, but the near failure has sparked urgent reviews within the concert and event industry. Meanwhile, Jungkook continues his solo promotions in the US, but security around his movements has reportedly been tightened further. Private details of his hotel stays, rehearsal locations, and media appearances are now being withheld until after completion to prevent further targeting. Despite the tension and hidden risks, the concert received massive praise from fans and critics alike. But behind the glittering stage, the reality remains clear. The show almost didn't happen. And it's a miracle that it did. Several backstage crew members who later spoke anonymously describe a working environment filled with fear and uncertainty on the day of the show. "We were warned that if we leaked any detail about Jungkook's route, the show schedule, or the security layout, we'd be blacklisted permanently," said one lighting technician. "We didn't know what exactly happened, but it was obvious something was wrong." Every face looked stressed. No one smiled. It felt more like a diplomatic summit than a concert. Others reported that certain stagehands were asked to vacate the building without notice. The reasoning provided was vague and labeled as breach prevention compliance. Security experts react. This was a containment operation, security analyst Rachel Kim, a former advisor for Asia-based artist tours, told K-Global Daily. The fact that a threat was handled without media hysteria, without audience panic, and without artist disruption, that's a sign of military-grade protocol. Jungkook didn't just get protection, he was secured like a diplomatic asset. According to her, what makes this incident alarming is the internal nature of the breach. She suggests that someone with access, either a low-level insider or a compromised third party, likely attempted to sell or leak the backstage logistics. This wasn't an accident. Someone was watching. Someone knew where he'd be and when. As information began circulating online, HYBE's continued refusal to directly address the issue drew mixed reactions from fans and critics. ARMY global fanbases launched campaigns demanding an official statement. On Weverse, multiple top comments under unrelated posts read, "Why are you silent when Jungkook could have been in danger? We don't need PR fluff, we need transparency. If Jeon hadn't stepped in, would you have said anything at all?" A changed org petition titled, "Tell the Truth About Jungkook's NYC Concert Threat" surpassed 100,000 signatures within 24 hours. Public pressure is now mounting for HYBE to introduce new standards of safety disclosure, particularly for international tours. Although Jin's name remains unmentioned in official documentation, fan investigations have built a compelling case. Leaked photos appear to show a figure resembling Jeon exiting a Manhattan building linked to a tactical logistics firm used by U.S. entertainment venues. Fans argue that this confirms Jin's personal involvement in rerouting Jungkook's arrival plan and coordinating with foreign security contacts. Jeon served his country, and now he's serving his brothers. One popular fan account posted, "He didn't just protect Jungkook, he possibly saved him from something we'll never fully understand." Hashtags like hashtag Jeon protected Jungkook, hashtag Jungkook deserves better, and hashtag HYB explain this continue to trend days after the event. The fallout from the near cancellation of Jungkook's concert is still unfolding across both media and fan communities. What was supposed to be a night of celebration in New York became a chilling reminder of just how fragile the security of global icons can be in the age of digital surveillance, obsessive fandoms, and silent threats. For the majority of concertgoers, the night appeared flawless. Lights, choreography, vocals, and emotions all synchronized in the way only a Jungkook performance can. But behind that perfection was an invisible war that only a few knew was taking place. Even now, there's still a strange silence. HYB remains committed to its carefully worded statement, refusing to name the breach directly, dodging the questions about what actually happened in the 48 hours before Jungkook walked on stage. That silence speaks volumes. To security experts, it's a clear indication that the situation was far more severe than what the public will ever be told. To fans, it's a sign of both corporate caution and possible negligence. Among the most pressing questions remains, how close did this event come to full-scale disaster? Those who worked backstage have described the atmosphere as tense, bordering on paranoid. Some were told to leave, some were questioned, and all were told, very clearly, not to speak to the media or disclose anything they had witnessed. Yet, rumors leak. Whispers of last-minute rerouting, of physical ID verifications, of certain faces being flagged on entry, all point to the fact that someone, somewhere, was trying to get access to Jungkook. IT wasn't just a sightseeing issue. This was more calculated. Someone had data, floor plans, route layouts, access codes. That information doesn't come from fans guessing. That's internal. And it's that level of breach that sent shockwaves through the agencies involved. It's why law enforcement was looped in. It's why drones were deployed for aerial surveillance around the venue. It's why Jungkook's arrival was done under full secrecy, without so much as a whisper to fans waiting outside. The plan was rewritten. The show was almost pulled, and the person believed to have prevented that outcome was not Jungkook's manager. It was Jeon. While HYB has not confirmed his role, multiple sources claim Jeon activated his own personal network.